relative to awakening, we need to do exactly the same thing. The 2.5-year-old in us needs to be told that awakening is safe, that you have permission to wake up. And what I mean by the 2.5-year-old is not I'm not talking about our inner child here, in a sense maybe, but more directly, I'm talking about all those parts of our being that aren't up to speed with this. All our heart and our emotions and our body and our bones and our blood. In one sense or another, you need to speak to it like it is a 2.5-year-old. Because, again, not our whole being doesn't operate in the same way we think it does up here. So there is much, much, much value in circumstances like this and other circumstances in giving yourself permission, in green lighting, in directly empowering yourself to actually have spiritual awakening, to actually hold and embody and tacitly feel a connection to source, a connection to well-being and peace that goes beyond all of our daily trials and tribulations and ups and downs. In other words, you have that connection to peace while those things are happening. And that's no small deal. It isn't. It's no small deal. So in order to, one of the ways, again, that I have found personally very valuable and that I think is true for most human beings is that you really, oddly enough, and so simple, you need to say to that little person into you, it's okay. It's okay to do this. It's totally fine. It's safe here, So this is a little bit about what I'm going to talk about tonight and what I have a little exercise that we're going to do as well. And in my own process with one particular group that I studied with, they're called Waking Down, they directly called it greenlighting. Because even if you are reading or know about things that are called realization or enlightenment or awakening, you can read about it for years and you can go to teachings for about years. But it's almost like there's this you need to flip that switch in you that green lights your own process of actually waking up. That green lights your heart to be open. And you'd be surprised at what prevents you from doing that. All sorts of things prevent us from doing that. Probably one of the biggest ones is just a general sense of unworthiness, a general sense of what could be called the little old me syndrome. Little old me? That can't happen to little old me. And it's no surprise that many of us have suffered from the little old me syndrome, because up till really this day and age, the teachers and gurus who were teaching enlightenment were so freaking high up on the mountain that what other complex are you going to develop other than little old me, right? So the beautiful thing about today is that there are lots of gatherings like this going on with lots of just normal people and what I call blue-collar enlightenment. And we've kind of gotten out of that phase where it was the big guru on top of the mountain. So that relaxes that block of the little old me syndrome, because you can see I'm sitting right here, I'm married, I live over here in the suburbs, I've had a blue-collar job for quite a long time, I have a 6-year-old. If little old me can do it, then little old you can do it.